So there you go. Isn't that awesome? More great content from Katia Lima there on the Beyond Lisbon blog. Experience Portugal beyond Lisbon, she says. Good advice. That's fantastic. So now you know. Now everything you were afraid to ask about B-Days has now been answered, I hope. But any further questions, I will forward them on to Katia on your behalf. Okay, you are listening to the Good Morning Portugal show and podcast and YouTube channel. And on the YouTube channel, you will find all the wonderful houses that we feature. Yeah, and do let me know if you're selling a house in Portugal, and you would like me to advertise it, feature it for you. It's not really an advert. Well, I suppose it is, but I mean, really, I'm doing this because I'm passionate about Portugal and Portuguese property, and opening people's eyes to the incredible range of property that's available here. And obviously, you can't help but note that in certain circumstances, the pricing is extremely competitive, and you can get some great bargains on some beautiful houses. And that's not to say there aren't luxury houses here, and that's where we're going next. We're going to go and look at a house. We've been talking about how the president has gone into a voluntary isolation. So what I'm going to do now is go to what I think is one of the more isolated parts of Portugal. I'm not suggesting you buy this house for your own isolation or anyone else's, because in fact it is nearly €1.5 million. Yes, to finish my earlier point, I feature the very good value properties here, where you really can get a bargain, and we feature fabulous properties as well to show you the absolute incredible range and luxury that is available in Portugal as well. And this fits into that category. This is at the luxury end of things. This is, as I say, in the more remote and isolated part of Portugal, up in the north, overlooked, underestimated, unknown really, up there on the green coast. Did you know that Portugal had a green coast, a Costa Verde? I didn't until recently. And look at this beautiful place. Look at that really natural looking swimming pool. Now, I don't know if this is like a bio pool or an organic swimming pool, as it were, and we are about to find out, I think. Impressive residences characterized by comfort, quality, and flawless condition, fully refurbished in 2007-8, having every room double frames and shutters. I wouldn't have started with that, but that's still good to know, isn't it? Double frames, double windows and shutters. Main house. See, already this tells you, doesn't it? There's a main house and other bits of house around as well. First floor and a tower, 3 double bedrooms, a tower. You got a tower here. One fantastic view of 3 seafronts and a balcony. That's one of the tower double bedrooms. 2 single rooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 with bath, 1 with shower. No mention of a bidet, but I'm sure there will be. We'll have a look at the photos in just a minute. 1 living room with balcony overlooking the sea and access to the outside. Ground floor, 2 berth, 4 bunk beds each, 2 bathrooms, 1 with bath, 1 with shower. Hall fitted with wardrobes, 1 bathroom, 1 social dining room, and I'm glad it's a social dining room, with radial heating. A fully equipped kitchen with all the gubbins in there you'd expect. Annex now. We've got an annex. Annex number 1, living room with radial heating, 3 double suites. Annex 2, 4 double bedrooms. Annex 3, 2 suites. Annex 4, laundry with 2 machines. Annex 5, 1 bed, a bathroom with 4 boxes of the pool. I imagine that's the processing plant, isn't it? Annex 5 of the pool. Shops, warehouse storage, a wonderful pool with salt treatment. There we go. Yeah, a natural pool situated north of Viana do Castelo with access to transport, hospitals, schools, supermarkets. 5 kilometers to the city centre of Viana do Castelo. I've not been there yet. I'd love to hear more about Viana do Castelo. Looking forward to going there one day. Quiet area overlooking the sea with pedestrian access to the beach. Oh, yes. 8 kilometers from the heavenly beach of Afif to 45 minutes away from the international airport, Francisco Sacaneiro. I don't know that airport. Is that possibly a Spanish airport? I'm not sure. Excuse me one moment. Okay, so let's have a look at some photos now. And I've got a cup of tea with me, so I'm going to sip my cup of tea, and I'll be polite about that, obviously, because this is a podcast and nobody has time for that. To use that famous phrase. There are a lot of pictures here, so let's have a look through them. Fortunately, we're on YouTube, and look at that. That's the saltwater pool. It's really beautiful, and it's such an elegant and refined place. Look, a beautiful photographs here. This is from greenacres.pt. It's with Luxembourg and Christie's International Real Estate. This is absolute high-end stuff, as you would expect. 1.5 million euros. And a beautiful manicured garden. Isn't it delightful? It's a little stately home of your own, isn't it? This is a delightful, delightful property. And it doesn't look, it looks luxurious, but it doesn't look forced in that way. To me, it feels really kind of nice and natural, if a 1.5 million euro house can be nice and natural. But you see what I mean? The setting of it is beautiful. The use of wood and stone is fabulous. The detailing is luxurious but not ostentatious. It's really nicely done. These are obviously the many bedrooms of the many annexes that you have here. And we're looking at a retreat, aren't we? We're looking at a high-end retreat or boutique hotel. It's a fabulous place, so near to the sea as well. Look at that. Those are the best bunk beds I think I've ever seen in my life. You know, there are sleeping barns, aren't there? There are kind of hostel bunks, and then there are luxury bunks like that. Absolutely brilliant. It must have been a joy designing and making and then furnishing this place. A delightful house, lovely and airy, huge. Still, with a lot of natural light coming through. That's a beautiful window, I'm thinking there, isn't it? And stone and the beautiful wooden roof there. The eaves, fantastic, and the lovely open fireplace, superb. And a cellar, I'm guessing there. And then your outside area is your patio with a lovely water trough and the grapevines growing overhead, and a lovely break from the intense sunshine. Now, you're going to get high variations of temperature, and you're going to get some cold and damp up there in the north of Portugal, but you're going to get glorious days as well. And I think this is probably one of the treasures of Portugal, the Costa Verde. You know, people head to the guarantee of sun in the south, but if you go further up north, you are still going to get glorious days in the summer, and you're going to get well-defined seasons. So if you're that sort of person who likes to have the definition of the seasons, this is a place to consider. Look at that beautiful walkway under the foliage of, I'm not sure what trees they were, whether that was a grapevine. But look, the view's out to sea now, not far away, just a few kilometers from the sea, and you can see the sea from this property. And there's the pool nestled in that lovely natural foliage. You don't get that with a new build. This looks like a well-established home, and as it said, refurbished in 2007, 2008. So there you go. Absolutely superb property for you there this morning on the Good Morning Portugal show. Casa de Campo com vistas mar e piscina. Ariosa is the suburb of Viana do Castelo, I think, is what you're looking at there. And a parting shot of the salt water pool there. Isn't that fabulous? So thank you very much for joining me today. We will conclude there here on the Good Morning Portugal show and podcast. And I wish you, boa segunda. Happy Monday to you. No beijinhos, abraço till further notice. And maybe if you're going into self-isolation, make the most of it. Isn't it funny? It's all about context, isn't it? Some people bestow upon themselves the treat of a little mini retreat. We can approach it in that spirit. And I wish you well. And as I said, I'll be talking to Will Thompson at 11 today on the OurNet, OURNET, on the OurNet Facebook page, live stream with Will Thompson, talking about the practicalities of how to live in the age of the coronavirus. And I will be urging Will, and I urge you too as well, to look forward to time after the coronavirus and how it's inevitably going to be changing our lives, I think. And we decide whether it changes our lives for the better or for worse. And I think we have to actively become involved in that process. Take care. Bye for now. Oh, excuse me. And we will see you tomorrow morning. Bye for now.